Welcome to Littlejohn's Yarns and my 5-day scrap yarn series, where I give you 5 patterns for the next 5 days to bust your stash. Make sure you check out day 1 through 3. I'll leave all the information in the description box below. But today, this is day 4 and we're working on this easy crochet headband. This looks cute with any items and it'll be great for any of your scrap yarn projects. So, we'll hop right into the pattern. If you find this video is moving too fast, just look down to the bottom right hand corner of your screen. You'll see a little gear icon. Just click that and you'll be able to adjust the speed to your liking. To begin, we're going to be using a 5mm crochet hook, and I'm using some old scrap yarn that I made from a top. This is Caron Simply Soft, but any yarn will do. I started by making a chain of 15, so you can pause your video here and meet me back when your chain of 15 is complete. But once yours is complete, we are going to slip stitch to join into the very first stitch. After your slip stitch to join, you're going to chain 1. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. We're going to place 25 single crochets into this ring. Don't worry, we're not going into each stitch, just place 25 into the ring. So you can pause your video here and meet me at the completion of your 25 single crochets into the ring. Okay, we made it back around and we're going to slip stitch to join into the very first single crochet. Not the chain 1, but the top of your single crochet. Chain 1, single crochet into the very same space. We're going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So pause your video here and continue placing 1 single crochet into each stitch around. Once you make it back around, we are going to slip stitch to join. Okay, from here on out, this is going to be our pattern repeat sequence. Okay, we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to count 6 stitches over, not including the one that you're in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to slip stitch into the 6th stitch over. Chain 1, turn your work. We're going to place 15 single crochets into this loop right here. Hold on, not 16, I'm sorry, 15. 1, 2, 3, okay. Pause your video here and continue placing your 15 single crochets into this ring. Once you have your 15 single crochets, we're going to slip stitch into the very same stitch this chain is connected to. You can tell because when you pull, that space opens up a little bit. So slip stitch into that very same stitch as the original chain. Chain 1, turn your work. We're going to place single crochets on top of your 15 single crochets. So don't work into that first slip stitch, go into your first single crochet. So continue placing single crochets all the way across for a total of 15, and I'll meet you at the other side. So pause your video here. Okay, once you completed your 15 single crochets, we're going to slip stitch back into that original chain space. Like I said, if you pull your work, you can see where it pops up. So that's where we're going to slip stitch. In this whole section, that's what's going to be our pattern repeat. But I'll show you one more time because the way it's lined up, it looks kind of wonky. So remember, we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I want you to pay attention to your work. This is our original loop. We're going to slip stitch back onto this section. Not your original ring. but that new half moon that you just created. So we created our 10. I turned my work. Remember, this is your original circle. We are going to slip stitch into the 6th stitch over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to place 15 single crochets into this loop space here. So you can pause your video here, and I'll meet you at the completion of your 15 stitches. Right? We completed our 15, and we're going to slip stitch right back into the original where the chain is. Chain 1, turn your work. We're going to single crochet into each one of the single crochets. Remember, not slip stitch, but the single crochet. So continue placing single crochets all the way across. So you can pause your video here, and I'll meet you when you make it to the other side. Okay, we made it back to the other side, and we're going to slip stitch back into that original space where you chained. Like I said, when you pull it, you can see it pull up a little bit. And there you go, and you'll start again with your 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you'll turn your work and slip stitch into your 6th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to repeat that sequence several more times. I'll pull out the work so you know exactly how many times to repeat it. Okay, my work, let's see, here's mine, has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 loops total. So keep continuing this pattern until you have 11 loops total. So pause your video here, and I'll meet you at the completion. Alright, we completed our 11 additional loops, including the first circle. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And once you slip stitch to join into that very last stitch, you can fasten off your work. Next, we're going to put on the straps that can wrap around your head. To do that, I would say we're going over 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Insert your hook into the 8th stitch and attach your new piece of yarn. And all we're going to do here, we're going to chain enough for it to go around to the back of your head. And I'll tell you exactly how many I chained to get my correct length. And I'll put that number at the bottom of the screen right here. So continue placing your chains in, and I'll meet you at the very end. Okay, once you make it to the end, just fasten it off. I did a total of 50. And we're going to do the same thing for the other side. I know it might seem a little strange because this one's a circle, but once again, you're just going to count 8 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Insert your hook. And just attach your yarn and chain 50, just like the other side. So pause your video here. You can complete your chain of 50, and I'm going to show you what it looks like all done. Thanks for joining me. If you like this tutorial, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, go check out the other videos in my scrap yarn series. Okay guys, I'll see you all on a very next tutorial.